What is good? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about these 6 cards that are looking to get EVOs for winning in the in-season tournament. The in-season tournament is confusing for us. It's confusing for the players. I mean, Damian Lillard in an interview basically said like, yeah, it's cool to win, but I don't really know what's going on. These are the teams that won. The Pacers won, the Heat won, the Bucks won, the Nets won, the Trailblazers won, and the Denver Nuggets won. So these are the players that we're going to be looking at getting EVOs. The first guy I got to talk about is Anthony Simons. Now, it's kind of troll because he's hurt. He's not even playing right now, which in my opinion ruins the whole point of the in-season tournament EVOs. But whatever. He's 6'3", comes with an 80 base 3 ball, 88 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, 86 speed, and a 76 ladder quickness. This card is going to probably get EVO to a sapphire. I'm guessing that's what these first EVOs are going to be like. And you guys might be wondering, okay, well, what do the SIGs of Anthony Simons look like? Now, we'll be breaking I'll break them down quickly for you guys. The problem with Anthony is, since he's hurt, he's not even going to appear in game. But the problem with Anthony Simons in general is he's only 6'3", doesn't play a lot of defense. I feel like Anthony always has kind of a slowish baited release, and so I'm not super excited about his EVO. I mean, they could, I guess, improve him a little bit, but what could they possibly improve him? I mean, he's going to need a lot of defense if I'm ever going to run this card, but he's 6'3" with a 41 strength rating, 49 interior, 59 perimeter. He needs a lot of defense if I'm ever going to run this card. Next card that we're going to look at that the team did win is for the Denver Nuggets. It is KCP. KCP could see a big time EVO. As it does say in this blog, if a player's team wins enough games, it is possible for these emeralds to evolve all the way to an Ami or Diamond. If KCP gets to an Ami or Diamond, he's going to be absolutely elite because he's already got an elite 3 ball. Defensively, he's already elite. And so I'm excited even for his EVO to just a sapphire. You guys might kind of be surprised on that, but I am, because he's already got a good 3 ball. If they improve his defense just a little bit more, lateral quickness, speed, interior perimeter, I'm gonna love this card. This is a card, if you are a budget baller or no money spent, depending on what his EVO looks like tomorrow, he might play for me. He might possibly be that good, because even if I compare him to, let's say, a Steve Smith, Mitch Richmond, I think KCP has the potential to be that good in my team. Now, because KCP isn't injured, I can kind of show you guys his SIGs and animations here in Shootaround. And trust me when I tell you guys, KCP has always been a card that you can never leave open. Whether it's playing out, whether it's unlimited, whatever it is, you can't leave him open. He's got good hotspots. His release is literally so chicken in my team. And that's all he needs to do offensively, is green shots. Obviously, his dribble style, I don't think is going to be that great, but I could care less. His release is so smooth in my team, and that's the one thing, it's so smooth in 2K, I should say, and that's the one thing about KCP that you know is not going to change. He's going to have an incredible release, and the KCP in my team comes with hot spots from everywhere on the court, which you just can't make up. The next guy that we are going to see an EVO for is for the Golden State Warriors in Kevon Looney. Now, Mr. Looney Tunes does have power forward eligibility, 6'9", 69 base, 3 balls, 75 driving dunk, or 70 driving dunk, 75 standing dunk. This card does nothing good for you on the court as he stands right now outside of rebounding the ball. So I'll say this with Looney, because I honestly don't mind his release. I've played out with him before. I mean, you can green shots with him. So it's going to come down to this. Does he see a defensive improvement or not? And when I say that, his block, his interior, his lateral quickness, speed, even his strength vertical, those are the things that need to go up if I'm ever going to run a guy like Kevon Looney. And the Warriors have potential to continue winning. And so if he gets some more defense, I will probably make the case that he's worth running. Until then, I'm not really going to be too in-depth on Kevon Looney, but that's the one thing about Looney Tunes is 6'9", power forward eligibility, even center eligible. He needs more defense, though. The Warriors won, and so we're going to see a Looney EVO. I just hope it is going to be a solid EVO. The Miami Heat also did win, and that means Caleb Martin. 6'5", 205 pounds, decent 3 ball, really decent defensively, and he's just an all-around solid player. For Caleb Martin to be better, though, because again, he's 6'5" at the small forward that's undersized, he needs a ton more defense. The 79 perimeter, 74 interior, 79 speed, 80 lateral quickness, That's not getting the job done. Now, last year, you guys might be like, oh yeah, Caleb Martin last year was absolutely elite. Well, last year it's because he had the best probably release that I can think of, right? That release was just absolutely elite. This year, I mean, I don't want to sit here and say his release is bad because it's not. It's just not that next level good. You should green with it. You shouldn't miss with Caleb Martin, but it's not like the cheesiest release in the game. Now, hotspot wise, let's talk about it for Caleb Martin because those are the things that matter when it comes down to it. He's got hotspots from 3 to 5 places around the arc, no cold zones. That's a big time bonus. If he sees a speed boost, a defense boost, and maybe just a few more defensive badges, Caleb Martin could be a really solid budget option for us as well. Next guy is a guy I'm super excited about in Bobby Portis. Now, Bobby didn't have the best game. I do believe that if it was a Friday night game, which it was, Bobby didn't play that well. But here's the deal for Bobby P. He is 6'11", 83 ball, smooth release, and he's a good rebounder. Yes, his defense leaves a ton to be desired, but he's going to see an EVO. And that's huge for Bobby Portis because he's got that release. He's already got a 3-ball, hot spots from both corners. If he just gets better each and every time the Bucks win on that defensive end of the court, he could be a budget big to look at in my team. Yes, his interior needs to go up. Yes, he needs to get defensive badges, more of them in my team. And if he does those couple of things, if he gets those couple of things, he could be an incredible budget beast. Because if you're no money spent and you don't have Chris Bosh, you're running guys like Wes Unseld, George Mikan, the Amy Draymond. Bobby Portis could be better than those guys at 6'11" with his frame. He is a guy that I would look at. I'd look at his Evo heavy tomorrow and see, is his Evo good enough to fit you and your specific squad? The last Evo card is from the Brooklyn Nets because they did win. That is Dorian Finney-Smith. And I love the potential of Dorian Finney-Smith in my team. He's got, I don't want to even sit here and hype up his release, but it's not a bad release. 6'7" at the 3, 80 base 3 balls, 84 driving dunk, good defensively already. So what do I want to see out of his Evo? I want to see speed, acceleration. I want to see interior perimeter or 3-ball. Any of those things he could use because badge-wise, he's already elite. And honestly, his stat badges, it reminds me of Robert Covington. And I love Robert Covington a ton in my team. So if he gets a little bit of a boost, this card is going to be elite in my team. Again, his release, is it, the quickest? No. But it's super easy to time, super easy to green. He's got hot spots from both corners. If he just continues to improve on that defensive end of the court and 2K decides to give him a better 3-ball, we're going to see an incredible budget beast. Probably a guy I will pick up on the No Money Spent Squad series. One thing you got to be aware of if you do buy DFS is this. He probably will not get above a sapphire if I had to guess. Maybe they'll win another game. But the Brooklyn Nets aren't horrible, but they're just not, in my opinion, that next level good. And if I look at the in-season tournament standings, right, because I think that's important to do with this whole thing, and check it out. Check out who else is also in their division. They've got the Celtics, the Raptors, and the Magic. Say whatever you want about the Magic. They're not bad this year. The Raptors are good, and the Celtics are darn near unbeatable. So, I don't know. Don't be surprised if DFS does not get above a sapphire in my team. Now, I also did almost forget to mention, Benedict Mathurin is also going to get an EVO, 6'5", 210 pounds. Now, a lot of us probably remember this 6'7" Benedict Mathurin EVO card from last year. Now, there's a couple differences. Yes, I still think Benedict Mathurin is going to be solid. We'll check out his release really quickly here. But the difference between 6'5" and 6'7" is massive. So the fact that he is only 6'5" this year definitely hurts it. And so I don't want a lot of you guys comparing him to last year and kind of how good that Benedict Mathurin was, because the cards are going to be a little different. Now, release-wise for Benedict Mathurin is still absolutely elite, absolutely incredible. Last year, he had a good release as well. The only real difference here is that height. Otherwise, Benedict Mathurin should play relatively similar. Now, what upgrades do I want to see Benedict Mathurin get? 3-ball, obviously at 80, that could go up. Defensively, he's got to get better, whether it's the lateral quickness, whether it is the perimeter interior. That's going to wrap it up for our EVO videos, or what to expect from my team EVOs coming this week. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.